welcome to our first ever episode of Dirty Talk. Tonight joining us is special guest and special host that will be with us as much as he can nearly every week, Mr. Alan Rourke. Welcome, Rourke.
Hey, it's great to be here, and hey, who doesn't love a bit of dirty talk?
Yeah, that's it, mate, that's it, yep. And our special guest tonight is Bailey Mason. Welcome, Bailey.
Thank you for having me.
Awesome to have you on the show, mate. Being our first show, we was a bit sceptical on who was going to get on, but there was that many people that put their hands up. We thought, we'll start with a Formula 500 person. So,
awesome.
Right, let's get into her. Carrick this weekend, Rourke. First meeting of the season. Can't wait to get going.
No, we're all the same. Like, winter just drags on way too long. There's no if, buts or maybes about that. I kept saying it's like a vegan barbecue. Not much fun at all, winter. But Speedway's round the corner. This Saturday night, it unfolds. It gets into gear. They're going to start early at 4 o'clock. I think that's actually a good move with the way the weather is because, late in the evening, once that sun dips down, the temperature does cool off, and we want to get the meeting in before people start to get hypothermic. There's no if, buts or maybes about that. We've got AMCAs. They're always good value. They turn up every week. They're solid with numbers, provide good racing. I'm a massive fan of them. I think everyone is. We've got the modifieds. Good to see them making a comeback. They're a bit of a resurgence. They've worked hard in the off-season to create a new statewide series. At Cranes Combined Carrick Speedway, Gulf Western and Autoclane, which is a great thing. Streeties, well, they just bang for the buck. They're always there. Big numbers. No if, buts or maybes. The wingless sprints, the V6 fix there is fantastic. And then, of course, we've got the Formula 500s and the debut, making history this weekend, will be 5 stars in Formula 500s, 500 juniors. That's exciting. Now, Bailey, what's the go with the 500 juniors?
So they're pretty much the same as a Formula 500, but they now they've introduced injection, but they have to run a restrictor plate. I can't remember off the top of my head what size it has to be. But all it is just a restricted sort of Formula 500, and the age gap, I think, is 12 to 16 before they can step into a senior Formula 500 after the age of 16.
Yeah, righto. So they're actually running the same motors as what the open class are, except just a restrictor. So that makes it a lot easier when they want to go up into the senior division, doesn't it? They don't have to buy another car, they don't have to buy another motor, they just take the restrictor out and away they go. Yeah,
exactly. And like with Belly at Jetco's new injection, all you have to do is take out the restrictor plate, get him to send you a tune for the computer, plug that in, up the fuel PSI, and then, you can go racing with the seniors.
Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. Absolutely unbelievable. Really good.
Yep. The good thing about that is it's introducing juniors to wings, stagger, lot better things coming up. So there's a bit of a gap when you come out of Speedway karts. You did it. You came out of Speedway karts into Formula 500, and you're going well in Speedway karts, and it was a bit of a transition, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a very tough transition. Like I've been around Formula 500s and sort of sprint cars as Hop and his brother race sprint cars, and sort of knew a bit about sort of the basics of it all. But I don't think people understand how much sort of geometry and all that sort of stuff goes into a Formula 500. They just see it with wings and wheels and that's it, but it's a lot more than that. And you just got to spend your time researching, watch yourself back all the time, and hang around with the right people, and they'll point you in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely true there. And they are a real hard car to set up. They're just as hard as a sprint car, I think. Like I've had a lot to do with both over the years. And, they are just as difficult to set up as a sprint car, and they're quite difficult, Good numbers this year for 500s, Bailey. How's the class looking? Have we got good numbers again?
Yeah, we've last year we sort of lost a few numbers. I don't know whether it was just an interest thing or they just stopped turning up. But this year we've got a fair amount of numbers. We picked another 3 or 4 drivers up, so I think that totals it to about 15 cars in the state for the Formula 500s. And I think there's 6 juniors, but only 4 confirmed at the moment.
Yep. And
I saw the nomination list had 5 on it for this weekend, so that's pretty good.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And how
Really
many
good.
cars does Adam Burr own? Like, honestly, how many cars has he got in the
No,
team this year?
at this point, I think it's 50% of them. But no, he does well to manage 3 cars. Like one of my mates, Sam Tatnall's just recently purchased a car from New South Wales.
Yep.
And I'll be helping him this weekend. And that's another one that that Burry's taken under his wing. And yeah, no, he does a really good job. So
Yeah, no,
credit to him.
and hats off.
So
to
Bailey, you're sitting out for a while. Obviously, there's some issues with your main pit crew, your crew chief.
Yeah.
Your grandfather, your pop, who's been a stalwart of Speedway, like Gary Mason, Clinton Mason, the whole Mason family, Tim, and all the others, been around the sport. You had no choice but to go Speedway racing, really, did you?
No, exactly.
It's always going to happen. But you're taking a bit of a backward step. What's the update on your pop? You know, he's put in the hard yards. He's been in ICU for like 3.5 centuries, it would feel like, for the family. There's no doubt about that. Some light on the horizon there?
Yeah, so he, I think it was last week or something, he got transferred to a normal ward.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good. They felt as if he'd made enough of an uproar to go into a new ward. So
an uproar.
Yeah.
Why doesn't that surprise me with Gary on the gasser like that?
In the same 4 walls, and anyway, they were really happy with his progress, and they moved into a normal ward, which is really great.
Yeah. So
well, that's good. I'm sure he'll be listening, and I know the whole Speedway fraternity and community right behind him, and sending him all the best for a speedy recovery, because we want to see him back at the track, and we want to see you back racing as soon as possible. The great thing is you're going to be throwing spanners at some of these cars and imparting the knowledge that you've gained.
Yeah, I've always liked to give back, and I feel like not enough people do that. It doesn't matter what it's with, and I like helping people if they help me. So, and like Pop's always said, you just got to get in and do as much as possible. And I understand that Burry put 3 cars on the track this weekend, so the least I could do is sort of help them out where I can and when I can.
Yep.
So it'll be good.
And how's the club going, Bailey? Is the club in harmony at the moment, or
So they've made they've taken a few big steps, and it's all paid off, and they're on the up now, which is really, really good. There's a few issues behind the scenes, but they're all sorted out, and I'm hoping this year it all runs smoothly. As everything in the off season, it's all quiet, and then get to a race night and it all hits you, and you don't know which way it could go. But I'm hoping that everyone pulls their weight and comes along.
Well, they've definitely been advertising a lot on Facebook, Burry, and that, doing interviews, not interviews, but drivers, shoots so you can see what the driver's driving and a bit about the drivers. Like, hats off to Jessica and Adam. Like, they're doing such a good job with the club. And I think the club's been going in the right directions for the last 3 or 4 years, which is good to see.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yep.
So it's like any division and any club. It's only as good as its members, and it's only as good as the members that step up and put in. And it's great to see so many people putting in to Formula 500 racing in Tassie, because it's been a stalwart of Tassie Speedway since basically the get-go, the old TQ days, 3/4 midgets, and they evolved into what we see today. And it's funny, I look back at an old Formula 500 about 18 months ago with the single-cylinder Jap motor, and very basic, very rudimentary. They were still pretty quick back in the day for their time. But now you look at a modern Formula 500, the 600 Supersport motor, massive horsepower, the wings, the chassis, the whole thing. It's just designed for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to be brutally fast, lightning fast. They're quick little jiggers, aren't they?
Oh, they definitely are. Like, a lot of people say that they're over-winged, and like obviously you can get wings of different shapes and sizes. You do all this and that with them, but they're actually not. I'd love to see someone take it off and try and race around the same size tracks that we do and hang on to it.
That I'd pay money to see.
They do.
I think we all would. I don't know anyone that's quite. I don't know if brave's the right word. But maybe stupid.
Probably,
The wings certainly do provide a massive amount of assistance, don't they?
And like, I've noticed they've I think it might have been the last 3 years, they've been promoting the Powery Micro 600 series at Lake Liddell and that with the non-wing stuff.
Yeah.
But again, that track is a quarter of the size of probably Carrick, and Carrick's our smaller track, and they get around pretty well, but they get pretty hairy at times.
Yeah, and the surface is quite different as well.
Yeah, that's it. The surface, Carrick's good because it's always different.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel as most of our tracks, they tend to go the same sort of way every time. Once they blow off and seal over, that's it.
Yeah.
You can't bring it back unless you spend time, which we don't have with the many cars in each division, to prep the surface and do the maintenance that the mainland do.
Yeah. Do you find that the tracks are better before Christmas and they get a bit drier after Christmas?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to have a practice at each track, not on the same day. I get that it's hard to do that, but like Latrobe, there was, I don't know if they did or didn't prep it, but the track blew off really quick.
Yeah, it did.
And I jumped into Sam Tatnall's car and Callum Roberts' car, and it was just locked down on the bottom, and you couldn't really get your car out to test it as such.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you didn't practice days for practicing and getting your car into race mode, and I know it's hard to do that when the track's like that, but you can't complain because still the guys put in hard work behind the scenes that you don't see.
Yeah, they certainly do. The track curators do a great job in Tasmania, and hats off to all of them. You know, without them, we haven't got racetracks. You know, so well,
that's it.
100%, and lots of people on social media are very quick to bag out at any of the tracks at times.
Yeah.
You know, and the track curators don't always get it right. But guess what? On Wednesday night, hey, you know, like last night, there were people out at Carrick prepping the track, and all those people that criticise them, none of them were there.
Yeah.
No, that's it.
If you want to be critical, you know, give them a call. Say, hey, I'm happy to come and give you a hand. You'd be surprised the amount of work that goes into prepping a track.
They do. They do a hell of a lot of work, and like I said, hats off to them. They do a great job. So Bailey, what are your plans for this season? When are we going to see the car, and what are the plans this year?
So we're just waiting on our motor to come back. Kingo is doing an awesome job of that, and looking at a few more ponies this year. That he's just gone on holiday, so that's the only thing we're really waiting on. I'm planning on doing 1 or 2, maybe, just to hone the car in before we go to the mainland.
Yep.
We've got a pretty decent trip booked in. We've got Speed Week, possibly the Vic title and the Australian title. I would have liked to have gone over and done Jack's Cup, but it sort of clashes with too many of our races here.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's why I've sort of had it off. And I would have probably been racing if I had told Kingo to get his ass into gear and get the motor together, but I want it done properly. So, but I'd rather pay for quality over quantity.
Yeah, you don't want to be replacing these motors every meet, and they're too expensive for that.
No, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, gone are the days that you could go to the motorcycle wreckers and grab a Gixxer 600 and bolt it straight in.
Yeah.
A fair bit of work goes into prepping a motor.
And
you're right,
GSXRs now are getting pretty scarce, and you can buy 90% of the time a motorcycle wrecker will want you to buy the bike, and it'll probably have too many Ks on it, and the motor's not worth it.
Yeah.
All you are is getting the motor out of it, so it's just going to cost you too much.
Where are they going to head, Bailey? Because they don't make a 600cc motor anymore. So where are they going to head in the future? Are they going to be just all race motors from people like Jetco and that, or are we going to be allowed to go up to 650 or 700cc?
Well, I've got no idea where it's going to head. I would have liked to have still seen the Lightning sprints being run down here.
Yep.
Pop even said if they were still running, that's where we would be.
Yep.
Purely with the fact that you can buy a 1000cc engine, all you need to do is bolt injection on it. They're really strict with their rules. You can't do any motor work to them. You can only run You can run carbies or injection, and that's sort of it. They're still basically a 500, but with a 1000cc on them.
Yeah. It's a shame we haven't got them down here no more. We seem to go through a lot of divisions down here. Speed cars are the same. They're in the same boat at the moment. They've just no car numbers, so
no.
Makes it very hard.
That's it.
And And how's your mum, mate? I know she's having a bit of a hard time at the moment with your pop. Is she travelling all right?
Yeah, she's getting along there now. She was a bit down, and obviously everyone was, that he was in the ICU for so long, over 100, I think it was 120 days or something, or even longer. But since he's moved into the new ward, everyone knows that there's hope still in there for him. So, yeah, she's doing a lot better now. Obviously, everyone was down just because of all the stuff that went on, but yeah, it's really good to see everyone's uplifted their spirits a bit.
Yeah, and she's another woman that does a lot of work behind the scenes, doesn't she?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's it. She pours her heart and soul into everything she does, and especially like Carrick, everyone knows that nearly everyone there is a volunteer, and they all pitch in and help out. So yeah, help out where you can.
Yeah. So a few upgrades have gone into Carrick too, Rocky, haven't we? Over the off season, we've got a new roof on Bluey's dummy grid establishment, and
yes.
a few little upgrades around the track.
And that's a good thing at all our tracks. Not everybody sees these continual upgrades, but the 50-50 money always gets poured back into the track. You know, better drainage, better water, you know, covers over the dummy grid, all those sort of things. They add up. They cost money. And big thanks to all the fans in the stands that buy those 50-50 tickets week in, week out. Hopefully they win some money, particularly this side of Christmas. Be very, very handy for a lot of people.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But that money does go back into the track, and you get to see, you know, the facilities continually improving. So massive kudos to Cranes Combined Carrick Speedway for, you know, they've had some fantastic working bees and getting a lot of stuff done in the off season. Still no upgrades to the commentary box for Stridey, all right, but that's beside the point. We've got, the good thing is we have some lino there that came off Noah's Ark. It was second-hand when Noah put it in the Ark.
We'll have to get onto it, mate. You need an air-conditioned room.
No, not really. We're not there long enough.
And you've been doing a bit of travelling at the moment too, Mr. Rourke. Where are we tonight?
Currently in the booming metropolis of Perth, Western Australia. Kwinana Speedway quite often have a practice night on a Wednesday night. So guess where I'm going to be last night or tonight, wherever we're recording.
Excellent.
And it's always exciting. I will be flying in for Saturday night. So 6 a.m. flight, which means up at 4 to get to the airport.
Fun and games.
Not looking forward to that. Then a flight back to Melbourne, or wait in Melbourne, hang a right, head back to Tassie, jump in the ute, straight to the Speedway.
Yep. Cool. You got a busy few days then. So Bailey, with the car this year, I know you're doing upgrades with the motor and that. Same car or different car or?
No, exactly the same car. We've I don't think we'll ever change from our Edge. It's a good little car. Like, we've spent a long time. I think I've had it for 3 years, and we've just poured everything into it. I've reached out to Tim Rankin and Mark Dalton, which have helped me a shit ton, and it's awesome that they guys appreciate. I appreciate their help, and it showed in the long term. Like, from where I first started with it, I wasn't really happy with the car. I felt like I wasn't comfortable in the car. It doesn't matter what we did. And as soon as I reached out to them guys, they pointed me in the right direction and told us this was wrong and this was wrong. And we fixed it and just moved forward from there.
Yep. And I suppose...
And it was like a light switch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Suddenly you could put the car where you wanted to and move forward. Made a massive difference. Now, when you said a shit ton, was that a metric or an imperial?
A bit of both.
Bit of both. All right. There we go.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
And did I see you right on the nominations this week? Dylan Beveridge is back in one.
Yeah, so there was rumours kicking about. I probably was one of the first ones to find out that he's coming back in a brand new D1 with a Jetco R6.
Yeah, right.
So going a bit of a different, same brand of chassis as what he's always ran. Obviously, just the newest version and a bit of a different engine package, but it'll be interesting. It's always good fun racing with Dylan. He's got a lot of experience behind his back, and you never know what he can throw at you.
And you've had some good battles over the years out there, haven't you, years too? It'll be good to see those battles reunite on the track.
Yeah, my favourite one was Race for 81 when I knew that he just won his Australian title, and he come back here, and he was the one to beat, and I finally beat him. Like, I was sick of getting beat by him, and I finally put one on him.
Yeah. And how are you in the pits? Are you good mates, or is just...
Yeah, definitely good mates.
Right.
Me, Dylan, and Kurt Dunham get along really well, and like, there's no bad blood. Like, there was one meeting at Carrick that I was pretty much pushing Dylan up the back straight, and Kurt said, I reckon if he was any closer, he would have been tapping on that nerve bar. But
that's good. It's good to see rivalry on the track. It makes it more interesting, doesn't it?
Yeah, personally, I like racing 3, 4, 5 cars up the front.
Yeah.
Like, you're dicing through traffic and stuff, whereas, like, last year, it was sort of only a couple of people until people got their butts into gear and started growing a set and having a go. But it's a bit hard to tell people. It's words. I don't know how to explain it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. That's what I live by.
Yeah. Do you think it's hard for a lot of these drivers? Like, a lot of them have come straight into Formula 500s, and it's one of the hardest classes to just jump in and be up on the pace. So, hopefully this season we'll have a few more that have got a season under their belt. Jake Ling, I think it is.
Jake Ling.
He was starting to do big improvements last year. There's a couple of other drivers out there as well. Phoebe Roberts' dad, he's going to be back there this year. Callum, sorry Callum, if you're watching. He's got a lot of talent behind his wheeling as well. So it's going to be close up front this year.
Yeah, the biggest thing is that the drivers have to trust the car. That's the big thing I learned when I first started. Is obviously when I first started, we had a lot of problems with the blue car that I ran, and I sort of had a year off. I just wanted to reset and come back. And at the time, I didn't know we were buying the car that I've got now, and jumped in that first night in it and finished 4th, I think. And then just went back and said, right, I need to do this. I need to trust the car, let the car do what it needs to do, and then that's when you'll figure your driving style out. Because too many people just try to drive aggressively and they get tired, and then they're blown at the end of the race and they've got nothing left. Whereas I was told by Dylan Beveridge, funny enough, to just to slow time down, let the race come to you, and then put some moves on.
Yeah, let the car do the work.
That's it.
That's what the wings and staggers for, isn't it?
That's exactly right. It's like I can put money on that no one will ever have a 100% car through the race, through the 20 laps that we do. So my car's usually good for the first probably 15, and then after that I've just got to wheel it. But that's what makes you a driver. You can't just get in a car and let the car do all the work. You've still got to drive the car as well.
So does that mean you set your car up good for early in the race and then just fades off as it goes?
Yeah, that'll probably bring me unstuck on the main lane because they're good all round. But I'd rather, for our short 20 laps that we do, I'd rather be good for the first 15 to 18 laps and then just wheel it the last couple. Because then everyone else is blown.
Quick. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. And that works well down here. Works down really well, especially if we can get a good lead in those 15 laps, Yeah, definitely. We've got another couple of things to talk about. People have been getting on me back, or not getting on me back, have been asking a lot of questions about what is going on with Clay-Per-View in Tasmania this year. Yes, Clay-Per-View is here to stay. We are not going anywhere. We are here to stay as long as the big boss on the mainland keeps telling me to do it. I'll be doing it. So our Clay-Per-View season will start off on the 15th of November at Carrick Speedway, which is a couple of meetings away, and we have 23 nights of racing to cover, which includes the mad month of January for the super sedans, a couple of double headers later on in the season. So yes, for everyone out there, we are doing Clay-Per-View. The first couple of meetings didn't sort of line up with everyone working on it, so we're not going to do them, but we will be starting on the 15th of November at Carrick, which is great for our sport to have Clay-Per-View down here. I've worked so hard in the background to sort of get this down here with the help of a couple of other people like Angry Man, Jared. He helped us out to get it down here, and now it's here. I think it's great for our sport. So, what else have we got to talk about? Carrick this weekend, don't forget everyone, gates open at 12, racing starts at 4. We've got all the divisions that Rocky was talking about earlier. What are you looking forward to, Rocky?
Mate, just getting off that plane, getting straight to the speedway, hollering up a storm with Stridey and watching some awesome action. It's the greatest show on dirt. There's no ifs, buts or maybes about this. And it's funny because I've taken people along over the years who've had no idea about Speedway, and every time they do turn up, they just get blown away by the support, the sheer speed of some of the cars, the fact that we've got so many great battles on track. Now, unlike other forms of racing, in Speedway, the track's, a 440 metre round oval. So the furthest, in theory, you can get away from someone's, 200 metres.
Yeah, yep.
So you can't get too far away from people. No. So there's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide when that gate shuts. Yep. Yep. It's out there, and it's every driver for themselves, giving it their absolute all. I just love it. I've been going since I was 10, and that was last century, deep into last century. I just love my Speedway.
Yeah, I'm there with you, Stridey. Stridey, calling you Stridey now. That's bad. Sorry, Rocky. I'm with you there.
That's all right. I've been told worse.
Definitely with you there. I love the sport. It's the best sport in the world, I think. I don't think anything compares to it. And, we've had heaps of rain down here the last couple of weeks. So this track on the weekend's going to be juiced up and racy which is going to be unbelievable. And hopefully the rain stops.
I'm certainly looking to see the 5 people making history in Formula 500 Juniors. That's going to be brilliant.
It's going to be great. It certainly is. And Bailey, where are you seeing yourself in the future? Are we looking at any other divisions down the track? Are we thinking a sprint car maybe? Are we going to go where the family went, or are we going to stick with the 500s?
I don't know. I'd love to, but I don't think the pockets are deep enough, and especially with the way sprint cars have sort of gone the past couple of years, it's not really worth it. Like, you pour all this money in and you get no shows. And that's sort of how we were going to go with 500s, and then everything picked back up again. So I think I'll stay in the 500s. Like, I want to do a lot more races on the mainland, a lot more big events. There's still a lot of stuff I want to tick off the bucket list before I give it up. So yeah, 500s for me, I reckon.
And you want that Tas 1 pretty bad, don't you, Bailey? I've been with you the last couple of Tassie titles we've had, and the look on your face, and you can tell the disappointment. Like, you really want that Tas 1 pretty bad, don't you?
The same thing happened in go-karts. Like, I remember, I think it was 2 years ago, I absolutely sucked at the state title. I led probably 2 laps and then spun it, went to the back, and I think I was up to 4th, and then something in the front end let go. I don't know what it was, but I was turning hard left and it wasn't turning, went into the fence, crashed. Same thing happened in go-karts, my first state title. Crashed that. Second year in go-karts, I finished second, and then the same in the 500s, I finished second. We're like right there, we just can't capitalise on the night. It would have helped. I didn't want to race the first night of the prelude to the title last year because the risk of wrecking stuff was pretty high. And that's just something we don't need right now. And I just said, no, I'm not racing it. We'll just come out for the title and just have a good red hot crack.
And where's the Australian title this year, Bailey?
It's at Borderline in March, I think it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
That'd be good. Yeah, definitely.
We've done some work there.
Yeah, I've been told some things, and especially through Speed Week as well with Simpson, I've seen a lot of stuff go on there, and I'm looking forward to racing round 1 at Simpson and racing the Aussie, because I reckon that track will suit me really well.
Simpson's really weird track. It's real wide in one corner and real tight in another corner.
Yeah.
I'm going over there for the Australian Speed Car title next year, and that's at the same track, and I can't wait to go there and have a decent look at it, because I've been told it's a great venue.
It's
it
awesome.
Is a good venue.
I went and watched the Vic 500 title there, and Tim Rankin, he's unreal to watch around there. I don't know if it's that his dad works at the track or what it is, but he just knows where to go. And he just said, when you come here for Speed Week, just listen to me and we'll get you pointed in the right direction.
Yeah. No, I reckon you're going to be Tas 1 this year, mate. I've got all the confidence in the world.
I hope so. I don't know. We'll just see. Like, anything can happen to the title, and that showed last year. Like, I was the favourite to win, and like our car was just an absolute dud and a handful in the final. Like, I could barely drive it, and I just had to persevere.
Yep.
I think I dropped back to 3rd at one point and had to work my way back up. And like, I was right with him the whole time. I just couldn't put a move on.
And where's the state title this year? Whereabouts are we having that? Is that Carrick or Latrobe?
I think it's Hobart.
Yeah, right, eh?
Pretty sure it's Hobart, yeah.
Yep. That'd be interesting.
I would have liked it at Carrick, but yeah, we'll just see.
You like Carrick?
I don't mind Carrick. Carrick's a very driver track. So is Hobart.
Yep.
Latrobe's an engines track. So with the people that I've got behind me, I'm sort of versatile at any track. But yeah, I don't know. Probably Carrick or Hobart's my favourite because it's Hobart. You've got to know how to flow that place, and we've sort of got that down pretty well.
When you say Latrobe's all engine, what does that mean for people out there that sort of don't know anything or don't know a lot about Speedway?
So it's like the tortoise and the hare race sort of thing, but like I don't know. Latrobe's a weird shape. It's actually shaped in a D.
Yep.
So it's really only got 3 corners, but you've got to, because of how fast you're going, your motor's always working. Whereas if you've only got a standard engine, that thing is probably going to lack a little bit, and especially when it goes slick, you're going to struggle there. Like I remember when I raced that Carrick car, and I had a job to even put it wherever it needed to be. One night I fully got done. I felt fully finished, and I struggled to put it anywhere. The car I've got now, with the power, you can just roll off it and roll back into it when you need to.
Yep. Cool. Excellent. Well, do yourself a favour, Saturday night, people. Get to Carrick Speedway, show your support, get right behind our Speedway because, it's getting bigger and better here in Tassie, and I think it's great. We're actually getting along quite well now here in Tassie, starting to catch up to the mainland, which I think we needed to do. I think we was too far behind the mainland, and I think we need big stepping stones to catch up with them because they're going off over there, and we're sort of stuck back 10 years behind everyone. So
yes and no, like this. I've seen some of the nomination lists for some of the speedways over, and they're struggling for numbers.
Numbers are
Tassie's always been well supported. And speaking of support, Jamie, that logo in the background, mate. Yeah, it's a bit flash.
I can't thank Amy at Dirty Merch so much. She done a great job. I didn't have time to make anything because I'm flat out getting stuff organised and speed car stuff and stuff like that. And I just happened to inbox her and said I need an emblem for our episodes that we're going to do, our show. And she said, yeah, no dramas. So a big shout out to Amy for designing the Dirty Talk emblem. I'm hoping that we might get some merch.
Merch?
Yeah, which would be good, but I might talk to
I'll tell you what, Lurch would look good in merch.
Yeah. So, yeah, big shout out to Amy at Dirty Merch, and look her up on Facebook. She's got a page. She's got some great products there, T-shirts, jumpers, kids products, you name it, she's got it. And another big shout out to Dale at Racer Industries in Hobart. Not a lot of people know about Racer Industries in Tasmania, but he is doing his best to stock as much Speedway stuff in the shop as he can. If you can't get it and you need it and they haven't got it, please don't hesitate to ask Dale because he's a great bloke. He'll go out of his way to help out anyone. So yeah, look them up as well, Racer Industries. And every week we're going to pump a few businesses, just to get their name out there as well. But that'll be enough for this week. We'll just do the 2 this week. But yeah, look them up on Facebook. They've both got pages on there, and they'll be more than welcome to help you out with anything that you need.
And I'm pretty sure both of those people will be at the track Saturday night.
Yeah, Amy will be because Ashley's going to be there with the modified. And it'll be good to see Ash back out there with the modified. I haven't had a look at the nominations. All I know is we've got 22 street stocks, which is nothing unusual. 14 AMCAs. There's 12 500s. 9 wingless, a heap of juniors and a heap of production sedans. Like I said, production sedans, their first meeting in Tassie as well. So, get out there and have a look. It's going to be a great event. And support your local, as we say. Support your local. Without patrons, our events don't go ahead. And, And also a big thanks to Scott Piper and Steve Jessup for putting on this weekend's show as well. Like they do around-the-clock work. Steve's there all the time. Scott's there all the time. Jake Turian, he's another one. Big shout out to Jake. They do so much work in the background. Louise, I'm probably missing a few people. Bluey, they all do such a great job. We look forward to this weekend starting off.
Yeah, and the merch shop will be open, so that'll have heaps of stuff in it.
Oh, yeah, Leanne and the merch shop, do us a favour. Get over there.
She does an awesome job.
T-shirt. Yep, does an awesome job over there, and she's getting new products in all the time, which is good to see. I don't think we've got any displays on this week. We got any cars with displays, Rocky? Do you know? I don't think we have. I think it's
not that I'm aware of.
Yep. But anyway, that might happen over the due course. We might get a few cars on the bank and show people what they're about. And, do yourself a favour and get there. Anyway, fellas, thanks for joining us. Thanks, Bailey, for joining us tonight. Real credit to you, mate. We wish you all the best of luck for the season. And,
Thank you.
Yeah, we hope it all goes well. We hope your pop gets really well real quick. We can't wait to see him back at the track because he's such a legend.
Yeah, say good day to him from all of us at the Speedway.
Yep.
Yep.
No doubt he'll be
Thanks,
watching
guys.
this a bit later.
Yep, for sure.
He definitely will be.
Stay with us, Bailey. Don't hang up. We'll just finish this off and we'll have a bit of a yak. But thanks for joining us, everyone. It might not have been the most smoothest thing tonight, but it's our first episode and we will get more and more people here as more and more we go. If you've got any ideas, please don't hesitate to inbox us and give us some ideas because, we're all for making things different. And, thanks for joining us and we'll see you all again next week. Thanks again, Rocky.
No worries. Thanks, mate.
Safe travels,
See you
mate.
Saturday night.
That you will, mate. Stay on the line. We'll have a bit of a yak with you too. And to everyone else out there, good night.